All right, let's take a deep breath because this one's going to leave you side-eyeing every helpful neighbor for a long, long time. So picture this, the sheriff is literally on my back deck when my HOA president, Erin Campbell, just loses it. She storms up my driveway like she's got a warrant for my existence, flashing that fake realtor smile and waving her clipboard around like it's the Constitution. Why? Because I just installed a smart lock on my front door. She had no idea that Marcus, the actual sheriff, was sitting 5 feet away sipping coffee and watching her come unglued in real time. And honest to God, that meltdown over a $200 security upgrade, that was just the first domino in a conspiracy that made every HOA horror story you've ever heard look like amateur hour. Let me back up a sec. 3 months earlier, I was just a stressed-out software developer escaping city chaos for the so-called peace of Willow Grove, a suburb where folks wave from driveways. The biggest beef is who's got the loudest lawnmower, and everyone acts like their grill is a family heirloom. My priorities were simple: set up a home office, figure out which neighbor made the best ribs, and pray for zero drama. Turns out I was hilariously naive. See, I'd been working from home handling sensitive client stuff when I started noticing little things were off. My coffee mug would move, my mail would be rearranged. TV volume cranked to 27 when I'm a strict multiples of 5 kind of guy. You know, that creepy someone's been here feeling. Yeah. So I did the rational thing. Bought a fancy smart lock, complete with entry logs, audio, the works. Marcus, the sheriff, but also just my neighbor 2 streets over, had gotten friendly after helping me out with a break-in report at my old job. He was curious about home security tech, so I invited him for coffee and a demo the morning I installed it. We're messing with the settings when Erin comes click-clacking up my driveway like she's leading a parade. You had to see it. She's straight out of a 2005 real estate ad, every hair in place, voice dripping with forced sweetness. "Good morning, Timothy. I see you're making modifications. I hope you checked with the HOA first." Meanwhile, Marcus is just sitting there, badge visible, eyebrow raised, waiting to see where this is headed. I pull up the HOA rules on my tablet. Actually, Erin, the restriction on exterior modifications was repealed in 2021. Here are the minutes. She goes from 0 to banshee in 2 seconds, shrieking that I'm undermining community standards. Marcus finally stands up real slow, and she freezes when she spots his badge. Then comes this awkward, giggly backpedal like the world's worst audition for Neighborhood Watch Barbie. "Oh, Sheriff Hayes, I was just, discussing safety." Marcus gives her that lawman look that makes grown men confess to speeding tickets. That was a passionate discussion he deadpans. And just then in walks Ashley Cooper, a single mom with a little boy in tow, right on cue, like she's been waiting for her mark. Ashley's relatable graphic designer, freelance chaos magnet, like every single parent, but the kicker is how much she knows about home security tech. She peppers me with questions about my smart lock audio features, entry logs, remote access stuff. That's, well, a little specific for a graphic designer. When I ask, she shrugs. I've had to learn for clients. You'd be amazed what you pick up working for security firms. As Erin storms off, Marcus leans in and tells me he's had 8 similar complaints of HOA harassment in just 3 months. Threats, fines, intimidation. Your situation might be part of something bigger, he warns. And suddenly everything feels orchestrated. Why did Ashley show up right after the drama, asking all the right questions? Why was she so helpful? By nightfall, cell phone footage of Erin's freakout is flying around the neighborhood. Within an hour, 8 neighbors reach out sharing stories of sudden fines and intimidation. And that's when Rick Jenkins, former HOA treasurer 3 doors down, shows up nervous as a cat at a dog show. Erin forced me out. But I kept records, financials, emails, even meeting audio. She threatened an IRS audit if I ever talked. "What she did to you today, that's the line." While I'm reviewing the smart lock entry logs, my blood runs cold. For 3 months, someone's been using a master key to try my door always between 2 and 4 a.m., 2-3 times a week. It matches with what neighbors call Mrs. Patterson's confusion episodes. She's 78 widowed lives next door, and recently, she's been acting lost, mixing up conversations, forgetting things. Her bad days. They line up exactly with my lock's failed entry attempts. Someone's been inside her house, too. I watch Ashley help Mrs. Patterson with groceries, asking about her meds, her schedule, all smiles, and the little alarm bells won't stop ringing. How does a graphic designer know so much about security systems? Why is she suddenly so interested in my smart lock? Within 48 hours, Ashley started a Facebook group, Willow Grove Community Protection. 45 neighbors joined before noon. Her graphics are slick, her posts targeted, yet she keeps apologizing for typos, like she's winging it between school runs. Still, she's running this thing like a pro, asking for evidence, organizing meetings, offering to help file complaints. At the first community gathering, stories come pouring out: systematic harassment, manufactured violations, families bullied for paint colors and garden gnomes. Ashley takes notes, asks sharp follow-ups, recommends photo apps for documentation. She's a whirlwind of productivity, but something about her is just a little too perfect. After the meeting, Rick slips me a USB 18 months of HOA records. Payments to Campbell Holdings LLC for consulting, invoices for landscaping at 3 times market rates, emails about problematic residents. When I cross-check his records with my smart lock data and Ashley's visits to Mrs. Patterson, a pattern jumps out. Ashley's at Mrs. Patterson's place 2 or 3 nights a week, always before her confusion episodes. So I set a trap. At the next meeting, I mentioned Mrs. Patterson wants help documenting some financial irregularities. An hour after the meeting, Ashley's at her door with cookies and offers to help organize important paperwork. Mrs. Patterson, bless her heart, has kept meticulous journals. Every Ashley visit lines up with confusion the next morning. Meanwhile, Marcus is running background checks. Turns out Ashley's got gambling debts, legal bills from a custody fight, and most damning 7 $2,000 deposits from Campbell Holdings LLC. All memoed as community consultation services, all matching our meeting dates. During a follow-up meeting, I announced that we'll deliver critical evidence to authorities at Mrs. Patterson's house. Only Ashley gets the exact time. And sure enough, Aaron shows up grilling Mrs. Patterson about her finances, caught on my smart lock's audio feed. That evening, I confront Ashley. She breaks down, confesses. Aaron recruited her through a gambling support group, $500 a month, then $2,000, then blackmail. She'd been passing info targeting Mrs. Patterson, reporting on neighbors, all to get custody leverage and a promise of a down payment on a house. The fallout is brutal. Ashley's confession reveals payment timelines, surveillance, even that she was instructed to drug Mrs. Patterson's tea with herbal supplements that turned out to be sedatives. Mrs. Patterson, once the quietest voice in the room, sits up straight and says, "Child, you helped someone drug my tea and steal my life savings." There are some things that kindness can't fix. You could have heard a pin drop. Marcus pulls together the DA gets immunity for Ashley if she fully cooperates. She spills everything: recruitment scripts, targeting protocols, even PowerPoints on community destabilization. Turns out Erin isn't just a bully. She's running a professional elder exploitation racket across 3 counties, using manipulated single moms like Ashley to infiltrate communities, identify vulnerable residents, drug and discredit them, force property sales to shell companies, and cash out. The final sting is cinematic. Marcus, with backup from the feds, has cameras everywhere. Ashley wears a wire. Aaron shows up to plant fake evidence in Marcus' house, gets caught on live stream. Her arrest witnessed by half the neighborhood, Mrs. Patterson front and center, glaring holes through her. Aaron screams about ungrateful peasants and protecting property values as she's loaded into a squad car. Ashley's public reckoning as raw parents and elders confront her. Her son Tommy asks Mommy, "Did you do something bad?" It's heartbreak on every level, but the evidence she helped secure blows the whole operation wide open. Across 3 neighborhoods, consulting firms had been systematically harassing residents, stealing property, laundering money, using the HOA as a cover. Court cases follow. Aaron gets 12 years. Ashley serves 18 months, loses custody of Tommy. Mrs. Patterson's money and home are restored, but she never fully trusts again. The community rebuilds with transparency, smart locks, buddy systems, and a memorial garden where the old HOA office stood. Mrs. Patterson, now an advocate, travels the country, teaching others to spot friendly predators before it's too late. And just when we think it's over, I get a letter from Oregon. We have someone just like Ashley. The police won't listen. How do we stop her before she destroys lives? Our nightmare becomes a model for prevention. Marcus and I consult with communities nationwide, warning that sometimes the most dangerous threat is the neighbor who's always a little too helpful. So here's my question for you. Have you ever trusted someone completely only to find out they were playing you? How do you protect your community when the enemy is hiding in plain sight? Drop your story or thoughts below, because justice is everyone's job. And next time, before you hand over your house keys, ask yourself, do you really know your neighbor?